Good. Uh, just popping on really quickly to kind of talk about what happened here in Alaska last night. Um, Most of you guys all know that we had a pretty insane earthquake. And then the tsunami warnings. So it was about 12:30 in the morning, and I was in a deep sleep, and I woke up. And my building is on rollers. I'm on the 6th floor in downtown Anchorage, and was violently woken up. I can't even say it was anything less than that. My bed was rocking. It was rocking. So Porter woke up, and the cabinets had flown open in the kitchen, and he started barking because he doesn't like loud noises. And it was a very long 45 seconds, minute that earthquake was. And I had been in LA during the Northridge earthquake, and I knew what it felt like to have a big one. And the thing in Alaska is that people don't mess around when there's earthquakes. Some of you guys might not know this, but in 1964 there was a 9.2 earthquake that hit in Seward, Alaska, which is where I go fishing all the time, and it caused a 100-foot tsunami and killed 119 people. So when the phone is going off and there's tsunami warnings and everybody is saying to pretty much brace yourself or get the hell out of Dodge, you listen. But being newer to Alaska, I didn't know that Anchorage doesn't have as much to worry about because we are protected by Turnagain Arm, which is the geographic formation of the ocean at Cook Inlet. And thankfully, my longtime Alaskan friends were messaging me and messaging on Facebook on their own feeds that we were safe. But all my friends that are newer to Alaska, we didn't know that. And it was kind of like, I was like, where do I go? I'm on the 6th floor of this building. I think I'm pretty high, but right now is I don't know how high I really am. And then in that 1964 earthquake, Anchorage used to be flat. And that earthquake caused downtown to sink. And so now there are hills in downtown. And so I'm at the bottom of a hill, but I'm on a 6th floor of a condo. So I thought I was okay. But here's the problems. Is I did a lot of running around yesterday, and my gas tank was on empty. I mean, empty. I wasn't going to make it very far. I do have all of my allergy meds in the car because I scored at Sam's Club. But what else? So when the earthquake happened, here's a brief thing, is I got up, I got dressed, and I grabbed all of my meds, everything for Porter, and food and water quickly into a backpack, and I was ready to go. I didn't know where I was going, but I was ready. And then once we found out that the tsunami wasn't going to hit Anchorage, I was like, okay, but that didn't mean that it wasn't going to hit Kodiak or Seward or Homer, where a lot of my friends live. So at this point, I don't have a TV that has local channels, so I have no news. And all of my news last night came from Facebook and Twitter. I mean, mostly Facebook. So I'm really grateful to those people that were up and that were posting on their wall, and I was sharing it onto mine because a lot of us have just no freaking idea what to do in a situation like that. And so there was a guy live out of Kodiak who, Larry, so if you see Larry live, who was giving a firsthand experience of what was going on in Kodiak. You could hear the sirens going off. Everybody had evacuated Kodiak to the high school, which was at a higher level. The water did recede out of Kodiak, but the largest wave was only 6 feet. So that was amazing. And then around 3:30 a.m. our time, they took the tsunami warning, down to a watch. And that's when I was like, all right, I can peace out and go to sleep. But that was 4 hours of wondering if it was going to hit, and then, seeing the graphics of how much damage it could do all the way down the West Coast. So it was just, it was a bit much. Thanks, David. It was really scary. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And, yeah. But what was really hard is I'm up here by myself. Like, so where do you go? What do you do? I mean, I live alone. I have my medical alert dog. I have more EpiPens than anybody knows what to do with. But where do you go? Who do you call to say, hey, do you got a house that's high up, or what do you do? And so that's kind of what I want to figure out today is, like, what's my evacuation plan? Where do you go? All of that. So I just wanted to pop on and kind of like give that experience of what it was like to be here. The only damage in my whole place was cabinets opening, so it wasn't like that. But, you're just kind of scared, and you just kind of wonder what the hell's happening. So I'm really glad that Alaska is safe, and that so many people reached out last night and this morning. I just wanted to pop on and say, totally okay. Alaska is great, and we're all a little shooken up a little bit, except for the ones that have lived here forever. I think that they're totally, they're not as shaken up, but I'll tell you that a lot of my friends that are newer here, yeah, and we all might have only slept a couple hours. The silver lining is it's snowing, and it really hasn't snowed since I've been back up. And I think we got like 4 or 5 inches overnight, so it's really pretty outside. So that's my silver lining. I'm going to play a little bit in the snow today. So that's it. Thank you all for your concern. We are totally fine, but it totally rocked my night. I'll tell you that. All right. Bye-bye.